Take a breath and listen carefully, because what you're about to hear is not for everyone. This is not for the crowd. This is not for the comfortable. This is for the 1%. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants respect. Everyone wants a better life. But very few want to pay the price. That's why the world is divided into two groups, the 99% and the 1%. The 99% talk about change. The 1% become the change. The 99% wait for the perfect moment. The 1% create the moment. The 99% say, I'll start tomorrow. The 1% start now. Let me ask you something. How long are you going to stay comfortable while your dreams beg for action? How long are you going to scroll, watch, complain, and wait while someone else works silently and replaces you? Because make no mistake, someone is working right now to take the life you want. The 1% understand something very simple. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. They don't rely on feelings. They rely on habits. They wake up when it's dark. They work when they're tired. They train when they don't feel like it. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. The 1% don't look for shortcuts. They understand that shortcuts cut your future short. They don't chase overnight success. They build daily progress, 1 hour a day, one skill at a time, one step forward every single day. And when failure shows up, because it always does, they don't quit. They learn. Failure doesn't mean stop. Failure means adjust. The 99% see failure as proof they're not good enough. The 1% see failure as proof they're trying. Pain is not their enemy. Pain is their teacher. They understand that comfort is dangerous. Comfort kills dreams slowly. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you delay your future. The 1% choose growth, even when it hurts. They sacrifice parties for progress. They sacrifice excuses for execution. They sacrifice today's pleasure for tomorrow's power. And yes, it's lonely. The 1% walk a lonely road, because discipline separates you from the crowd. People won't understand your silence. They won't understand your grind. They won't understand why you say no. But they will understand your results. The 1% don't need validation. They need victory. They don't announce their plans. They announce their achievements. They move in silence. They let success make the noise. Every morning, they ask themselves one question. What can I do today to be better than yesterday? Not perfect, just better. One more page read. One more rep done. One more hour focused. That's how greatness is built. Not in a day, not in a week, but in years of consistency. The 99% look for motivation videos. The 1% turn motivation into action. Because inspiration without execution is useless. Dreams don't work unless you do. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards performance. Nobody cares how talented you are if you never show up. Nobody cares how big your dreams are if your actions are small. The 1% align their actions with their goals. They don't wait to feel confident. They act, and confidence follows. They don't wait for courage. They move, and courage grows. And one day something changes. The struggle starts making sense. The discipline starts paying off. The results start showing. And suddenly people say, you're lucky. But luck had nothing to do with it. It was the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices no one saw, the battles no one applauded. The 1% know success is built when nobody is watching. So let me ask you again, are you willing to do what others won't? Are you willing to work when no one claps? Are you willing to stay disciplined when motivation disappears? Because that's the price of the 1%. Not talent, not luck, not background. Choice. A choice to rise every day. A choice to push through pain. A choice to refuse average. You don't need to be special. You need to be consistent. You don't need permission. You need commitment. Today is the day you decide. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Either stay with the 99% or step into the discipline of the 1%. The path is hard. The road is lonely, but the reward is freedom. Lock in and become the person your future needs. Because average is crowded, and you were never meant to be average.